I don't know how to like when it goes up. I don't know how to take the money out of it. So I put it into my account. And I don't know how to do that yet for us being a beginner. I know when you said, once it goes up a little bit at a time, you might want to, sell a stock or whatnot. I'm kind of good on that kind of stuff, keeping up with if I set a time and date for it when I'm going to take it on out. But today, well, Monday should be the date that I'm going to invest what I said I was going to invest in. I was going to take it out the next day and see how much it gained. But if it didn't gain anything, I'm going to leave it in there. But if it gains some, if it gained 3,000, I'm game. I take it on out
Yeah.
and just do it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so it just so what type of stocks are you buying shares or are you trading options?
I'm
So
buying
the
stocks. The one
yeah,
that you told me.
so if you buy shares, you don't have to worry about it. When you guys buy shares, so trading options that I'm doing is just something I'm doing on the side to make extra money. It's really not my long-term investment. My long-term investment is in a different account that I don't even touch. All I do is just put money in there. So I even got the idea of trading options to make extra money so I can dump the money in my long-term investment.
Right,
So
right. Yeah. That's
so if
yeah,
you buy shares, let's say you went and bought shares of any of the company, you really don't have to day trade them because you can't day, it's not a good idea to day trade shares of a company because you will lose more money that way.
okay.
How you make money from buying shares is by leaving them for a very long time. If granted, if you've bought shares of a good company, so let's say you bought shares of Amazon, Apple, Nvidia, Tesla, or any of those good companies, if you leave your shares there for a long time, you'll make money over time. So anytime they go down, you just buy more shares and you leave it. But what I'm doing is options trading. That one, to be honest, I've found that they really, if you buy a contract and is the contract don't make money within like a day or two at the max, it's probably time to get out of it and just look for another one. Um,
Gotcha.
is
Gotcha.
not really something I keep for a very long time. It's literally
Gotcha.
majority of the ones that I've made money on, I buy it now, and I buy it today, I sell it tomorrow. So you don't really stay in them that long. And you saw in the case of the ones that when I was in the money, I tried to still stay in it longer, and I lost the money
Right.
within overnight. When market closed, by the time market opened, I had already lost the money.
Right. I
So
seen
it
you
just
lost 8 grand. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, yeah, it just depends. But if you're buying shares, I would say don't day trade them. Just pick a all you have to do with shares is pick a good company to start with and invest in them. And over time you'll do very well.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm still gonna do the 500 shares that I said I was gonna do, but I'm gonna dump it all into Amazon,
Yeah,
all into Amazon.
Amazon is a good company, is a good stock to buy right now because their price is down now and it's been stagnant since they missed their earnings. It came down. It was almost $200. It came down now. I think now it's like at 170 something. But Amazon is going to do well in the long run. So
All right. All
when I get
right.
more money, I'll buy more Amazon. But there's another company that I'm really thinking they're going to do really, really well. But I'll tell you guys about it later. But it's Palantir, right? So
Okay.
that that's a company that might do really, really well too. So that's the one that I'm actually buying more shares of right now.
All right. I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
Okay.
Well, if anybody else got something, hey, feel free. I mean,
Okay.
my image is there.
Aziz, I just want to say thank you so much. I was able to um, get desired results. After all this, my kind of hunting you from most of all your platforms to Instagram and everything. I'm referring to host a dynamic web app on AWS Docker. So
Mhm.
I wanted to say thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. So
I don't
you
know
were
if you
you
remember like all those time that we kind of
yeah,
look for.
I remember. Yeah,
So I
and
didn't give up, I didn't terminate it. I was just like making sure I get all of those things done till I finally got to the end. So
oh,
yes,
perfect.
really stretched me. So, but
Good, good.
I said after all this kind of yelling and screaming, leaving notes, let me at least drop something positive to say thank you. That's all.
Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. So and part of the things you went through is needed to grow. So sometimes when you are working on something for the first time, it would be like that. But I appreciate your patience and you just even persevering through it because that is what I expect because I've always said it, that's the skills you guys are going to need the most at work. Not 100% everything they will assign to you at work is things you are going to just pick up A to Z and just get it done immediately. There's always things along the way that you have to deal with. It might just be you even working with other people where what you need to complete is depending on them. So it's good to understand that those having those skills is part of the journey. It's
Okay.
not really it's not advised to have to do any of the projects and you don't have any challenge from beginning to end. And if that's the case, you just have to make sure that when you complete a project, do you are able to redo that project on your own. So what I usually do is when I complete a project, they said next time I'll try to redo it using my notes. Then the next time I'll try to redo it just off memory using just a reference architecture. So now that
Yeah.
you've completed, just test yourself, see if you can redo the same. Well, you have the assignment for that Docker one, which is a different application.
You spoke in my mind because like my notes, I can say that I jotted my notes like verbatim, like
Mm-hmm.
as far as your lecture, right? So apart from those ones that I know for sure, I'm I kind of know how to go about them. I'm not talking about Visual Studio Code installation of all those basics. I'm not talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
So other than as soon as we got into the real project itself, I wrote my note, and exactly that was my aim right now is to go back, reference my notes, and of course, I won't be able to spend a month and a half or something, even though I have other family commitment here and there that will take me out of that.
Mm-hmm.
This time around, that was exactly what I think I'm going to do to refer back and use my notes, so to say. So yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. So try to use your notes. I mean, I appreciate your effort. I mean, now once you get it done and once you know it, you know it. So it stays with you for a very long time. So thank you for your patience as
You're
well.
welcome. You're welcome.
Okay. Do we have any other question? Like cloud question? Okay. Yeah, I really don't have any other updates on the cloud side other than if you guys have any question on that, then I will assist you. Um, at some point, some of the like the Docker one, some of the things in the console that AWS has changed, I'm going to update it at some point. As soon as I figure out my schedule, mixing my son into it now makes things a little bit difficult, but well, not difficult, but just time wise, because even when I do have time during the day, but it's like if someone wants to pay me these days, if you pay me in sleep, I'll take it. Because usually any free time I get is always I'm trying to sleep. So even now I haven't slept all night
Uh-huh.
since last night till now. So
Welcome to the club.
I know. Thank
Uh,
you. Yeah, I haven't slept since from last night till now. So because I watch him all night. I do the night shift, then I didn't want to sleep this morning and miss class, so I just came straight here. But I'll sleep after. But I will finally adjust though. Don't worry. But I'll update the course at some point. So Does anyone have any cloud stuff to discuss? And if not, if you guys are interested in hearing about my week of investing, I can share that with you guys too.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, let's go for that because they're about to run this their presidential election right now. So it's the way I go about my life. I'm the president of my family, so why not?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, let me see. Uh, I would. Okay, just like let me share. Okay. Let me Slack investing. Okay. So, for those of you that don't know, I created this channel in Slack. It's called Investing, and in this channel, I would add all the pretty much once I do my research on Saturday and Sunday for the stocks that I want to trade for the week, then when I trade them, well, I pretty much do my research for the stocks I want to trade for the week, and those are the stocks I'm sharing with you here. So when you guys get the list, if it's something you are interested in, do your own research too. So don't just take uh, my word for it, do your own research. And I'll say my strategy is very simple. It is pretty much I'm trading options based on companies that are reporting their earnings for the week. So every quarter, companies report their earnings, right? And since we have so many companies that have to report earnings, so it's almost like every single day there is a company that's reporting earnings. Usually, when companies report earnings, it would cause volatility in their stock. Either their stock will go up, either their stock price will go up or their stock price will go down. There is always volatility in their stock. So I can show you some of the ones that I don't know, I really don't know how to use Robinhood. Uh, I don't know how to use Robinhood, because I always use the app. So how do I even get to my, maybe this, if I click on this. Okay. All right. And here you will see some of the stocks that I've lost money in. So let me pick one. So let's take this Amazon, for example. Right. What? This is my contract. How do I go to this stock? Yeah. I don't really use this interface. I always use, let me just look for Amazon stock. Okay. So it actually went up yesterday. So let's do 1 month. There you go. So when I lost 6,000, this is where I lost it. So usually when a company reports their earnings, right, it always causes volatility in their stock, always. Meaning that their stock price temporarily would either go super up or would either go down. And that will be based on if they beat their earnings. So there are key, like some metrics that people in the stock market look for. Like they look for their earnings per share, and they look for their revenue. And there's all other things. I really don't know anything deep into that, but I just know um, that those are two of the main key things they look for. So you can see on this day, this is when Amazon report their earnings. That was August 1st. Let me see. When You can see it right there. They report their earnings August 1st. So that's what you guys are seeing here in their stock price. You can see here is August 1st. So I bought Amazon shares. I bought a contract in Amazon that when they report their earnings, they would do well. So you can see when Amazon, right before they report their earnings, their stock price, I mean, started that day at 187, but it kind of like went down during the day. And I'm going to tell you guys now, if you are in a contract, I don't know if this is a fact, but this is something I've added to my list of things to do. If you guys are in a contract and the company is reporting the earnings for the day, and you see that the price is dropping from, it started here at 187 and is now dropped to 182, then that's a sign that you should probably not be in it, or it's a sign that they may do bad. Because this to me means that some people are just selling their shares because they know the price is about to go down. So that's what I think. Anyway, so the company started at 187, but after 4 p.m. is when they report their earning. The market closed at 4 and they report their earning. So you can see at 4 p.m. the stock price was 184. By the next day, the stock price was 163. So it dropped from 184 to 163. So that was how I lost my money. Let's say they did good. This same line you see here could have been to the upside. And that would have been where I make a lot of money. So what I'm always betting on is this part. So I buy them before they report their earnings. And when they report their earnings, we just wait and see how they do. Another one I did this week is the one that I gave Dylan this week, but that when you asked me, that one is Afam. It was this one. So you can see, let's do 1 week here. They report their earnings August 28th. So you can see here, they report their earnings. Because they beat the earnings, it went up. And the day after, it continued to go up. So their stock price went from $30 all the way to $43. And when you buy a contract,
And
hmm?
is that the shares or stock?
This is the share. This is
I
the
got
share.
you.
Yeah.
Got you.
But typically the contract price for options goes up based on the price of if the shares of the company, the price of the share goes up, then the contract price will go up too. Your contract will be much valuable. So let's say you bought a contract when the stock price was $30, and the next day the stock price was now $43. So you will make a lot of money. So this was the one I made 3,000 on.
And how do you how do you pull your money out of that and put it into your account? What would you go
So
to
funny
when
enough, I haven't withdrawn my money yet from Robinhood. I don't know how to do it yet, but just Google it. I'm sure it's very
okay.
easy. Yeah.
All right, got
But
you.
once I withdraw my money, I'll let you know. But I haven't withdrawn my money yet, so I don't know. I've just kind of left my money in there and reinvested in something else.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to, we can I can log into my Robinhood and we can buy stock right now and see how it goes until what Monday if you want to.
Because the market is closed now, if you want to buy a share, you can buy any share at any time. That won't. But if it's options you are trying to buy, you can only trade options during market hours. You can't trade it when market is
Gotcha.
closed.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, I gotta
Yeah.
wait till Monday anyway then.
Yeah, you gotta wait till when market is open. Okay. So what I was saying is like, so my strategy is I pretty much trade based on companies that are reporting earnings, and I'm betting that the companies will beat their earnings. If they beat their earnings, then I make money. If they miss their earnings, then I potentially can lose my money. Not even potentially, I'll lose my. Well, if you miss the earnings, you'll lose your money. So that's the risk reward that is in there. So this Amazon one was the one that I just showed you guys that I bought. And you can see this one, I'm losing 6,500. But then I also have other ones too that I've lost money on. So the other one that I invested in, but this one, so this is one of the mistakes I made. Like there's no, even with the Amazon, that was also a mistake, right? I mean, the lesson I've learned from it is don't ever, I mean, I'm not going to say don't ever. It is best not to invest a large amount like that on any one particular company. Um, Even if I'm betting that they will miss any, they are going to do good. It's good to just, if I would have just invest 1,000 in Amazon and be willing to take, my goal is to make 1,000 a day, which since I've been doing this, I've been making it very, it's very easy to make that. Since that's my goal, I shouldn't be looking to make more than that. If I make more than that, fine. But if I don't, it's also fine. And the way you can protect yourself is don't invest too much. Like in this Amazon and this one and all the ones I've lost a large amount of money on is only because I invested way too much. So you can say this one I'm losing $9,000, almost 10,000. I probably won't even get this one back. This is gone. But this contract is going to be expired this week. So I lost that on that one. But then I've also made a lot of money on other stocks. So and I have some contracts here that I'm in already, right? So that's pretty much how options work. But so what I did this week is, if you guys look at my portfolio this week, so I started my week at 56,000. Well, my account was at 47 before the week started, but then when market opened, I had some stuff that was making money, so I was at 56, right? Then that PDD, this one that I invested 10,000 in the week before, didn't make money, so my account went down to 45 right here. So you can see I lost about 10,000 off this one. So then I was at 45 for pretty much a day or so. Then by Wednesday, my account was at 56 again because I made money on some of the options trading that I was doing for the day. I told you guys I was making $4,000 on one company, and I was making $4,000 on one contract that I bought, and another contract I was making 7,000. So this was like Wednesday or so, or Tuesday. I didn't sell it. So by the time market opened, I had already lost it again. It goes that fast. So I already lost it. So that's pretty much where I am now. Then here, I'm still losing money for the week because the Nvidia was reported earnings and they were supposed to do good, which they did, but their stock price didn't go up. So with that one, since their stock price is not going up, it went down. So I lost a little bit of money. But I'm betting that if their stock price goes back up next week, I would gain my money back and I will be right where I start. But Nvidia has to do good next week. If Nvidia don't do well, then I've pretty much lost that money too. So that's pretty much how my week ended. So the key thing I learned is if you guys choose to do options trading, don't invest too much in one particular company. If you invest 500 to 1,000, that can, off that one, off that investment, you can potentially make 1,500, 2,000, as much, depending on how the stock does. You can make money off that. So there's no reason to go and try to make all your money at once by putting like 10,000 or something in one particular thing like I did. So that's one of the lessons I've learned. Like as of starting now, I would never do that again. Never put more than at the most 2,000 in one particular company. I would never do that again. So every time I've lost big is because of that. Um, Another thing I've learned this week is when you are making money, so let's say you buy a contract and you make money from it, take your money out. Like, don't be greedy, which is what I try to do this week. I was greedy. I think I got addicted to making 7,000, 11. I made 11,000 off $800 investment like 2 weeks ago. Somehow I got addicted to that, and my eyes was like, because I was already even calculating how I'm going to spend this money in my head. That was why when I invested in something, I saw 4,000. I said, okay, it was here. This whole time, two of my investment was making money. You guys can see I was at 46,000, and I went back right back to 56,000, meaning that I was making about 11,000. That was off those two investment. One was making 7,000, the other one was making 4,000. And I said, okay, since they're making money this early, because I just bought them for the day, and it hasn't been 2 hours yet, and they're already making that amount of money. So I said, oh, since they're already making this amount of money, they'll probably make more tomorrow morning. So I left it. When the market opened, there was like a bad news in the stock market that the market was just stagnant for the day. Almost the entire market was red. Then I lost the money, and since then I haven't got it back. So hopefully next week the market is good again. So those are the two lessons I've learned. Um, don't invest too much. Invest what you can afford to lose. And if you invest and you see any profit like 10%, 20%, 50%, 100%, it's time to take your money out. Don't think you're going to make more. Yeah, so that was how my week went from investing these ones. So some of these ones that I did, I can tell you which one made money. This one I lost, this is the one I lost 10,000 on, but I made money from this one. I made money from this one. This one I can't really remember. I think I lost money from this. And some of this, I didn't buy all of it. Sometimes it depends on if I can find a good contract. If I can find a good contract, I won't buy. This one did well, but I lost money because for some reason the price didn't go up. Made a little bit from this. I lost money on this one. This one did really well, but I didn't buy it. I made a little bit money on this. This one I didn't buy. This is the one I was making the 4,000 on. 2 hours after buying it, I was making 4,000 on Chewy. Then I lost it the next day because I didn't sell it on time. Some of this I didn't buy, but I think some of them did well. Nvidia did well, but went down for some reason. So I'm losing my money now. But hopefully, if it does well next week, I'll get my money back. A lot of the CrowdStrike, Salesforce, Farm. This one, I made 3,000 on this one. I think this one, I lost money on this one. And Thursday, I didn't buy any of this one on Thursday. And this one did well. I made money on this one. I made money on, this is the one I really made money on Friday, this one, Autodex. So some of it does well, some of them don't do well, but I can assure you that when they do well, you make more than you will lose. So let's say I invest 500 in like 3 companies, like this farm now. Let's say I bought 2. And I think on this day I bought Okta and I bought a farm. So the Okta lost money. I invested maybe like 500 here and maybe like 700 here. Okta lost money, so I'm down $500, but then on this one I made 3,000. So I was really just up for the day. And that is what I see, that is how you can manage your risks, by not investing too much in one company. And if you spread it out, you'll see the reward. So again, this is just something I'm doing on the side to just make side money. This is not part of my long-term investment. For you guys, long-term investment, I mean, for me, what I'm doing is I buy shares and I keep the shares for a very, very, very long time. So options trading is just a way I'm making side money, which, I mean, it does work. Because if I didn't invest 10,000 in one particular thing, well, 2 things, and I've taken my profit here, this week my account would have been at like 70,000. Very easy. So does anyone have any questions? Oh, so Chooks, you can add yourself to the channel. So the channel is open. It's open. Anyone can add yourself. So you guys, if you guys see the hashtag symbol in our Slack channel, it means that channel is open. So you can just come to this channel. You should see a join button here somewhere, and just you can add yourself. So I'm going to post the ones that I'm going to trade next week once I do my research here. And you guys can do your own research on it too, and just if it's something you want to do on the side, you can do it. Oh, Mr. Emmanuel, go ahead.
What is the best method that you use for your long-term selection to know the right company to pick for a long time?
So the company, the best selection is I just invest in a good strategy is like what Wahab said a couple of weeks back is if you guys look in the S&P 500, so I'll show you just a second if I can find where. So let's look at what I even type companies. So if you look at I like this. Let me see if I can. Okay. So if you look at the S&P 500, which is like the top 500 companies in the United States, right? They pretty much include companies that are really good companies that will do well for the long run, right? So for me to start, really my long-term investment, and I've showed you guys before and I can show you guys now, is very simple. I don't really have guess I can get to finance this way. So what I kind of do is I keep a journal. How do I? Oh, right. So this is just kind of like where I keep like a journal of the companies that I'm investing in. But the number here is not really accurate. It's much higher than this, but it's just something I bought over time because all my stuff is in Vanguard, but I still kind of like use the Google Finance to track my portfolio. So these are all the stocks that I have now. This is pretty much it. Some of this some of this I am gambling. Well, I won't say gambling on like which one? The like this Victory Square. It's just like a penny stock that I bought because I just think they may do well. But really, if you look in my portfolio, my biggest companies that I'm investing in for the long term is Tesla, Amazon. The one that I was telling you guys that I just add is Palantir, Nvidia, and that's it. And these are one, two, three, at least three. These three companies make majority of my portfolio. And these are three of the biggest company in the US. So if you look on the S&P 500, you'll see they are there. Amazon is number 3. Nvidia is number 4. Tesla is number 6. So I'm saying all that to say, if you guys are starting out just to begin with and you don't even know what to invest in, a safer route would be to pick, they call them Magnificent Seven, these are the top 7 companies in the United States. Meta is part of it too. Meta is but Meta's price is very high right now. So if I was to start, I would just pick this company because over time they always do well. So 2 years from now, they will still be around, they will do well. And each of these companies are pretty much leaders in their industry. Apple has the cell phone. Microsoft pretty much has computers, right? Amazon has e-commerce, and they also have cloud. NVIDIA has the what is it? Semiconductor, and pretty much all the GPUs they are using to make all this artificial intelligence. Google owns pretty much the search engine. Tesla is a electric vehicle company, but they are turning themselves into an AI company. So they are more of like a tech AI company than electric car company. And you guys know Meta with social media. So any of this company you invest in, it's really going to be hard to lose your money. Temporarily, would they go down? Yes, but in the long run, you'll make money. So that's the strategy I use for my long-term investment.
Thank you. Is
Yes,
there
sir.
any reason why Anthropic is not public quoted company?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just the company's preference. Sometimes they'll choose to go public. Sometimes they'll choose not to. Probably because obviously when a company goes public, then people start buying shares. Then the shareholders pretty much controls how the direction of the company. So if some people own share in the company, and depending on how many shares you own, you can have certain type of control over the company's decision making. So some companies don't like that, so that's why they don't go public. But what you can do is, if Anthropic is not public, but a company that is invested in Anthropic is Amazon. So sometimes if a company is not public, you can look at the relationship they have with other company and how they partner, because if there's a news that benefits that company, it will also benefit the companies that's partnering with them. So you can look at when ChatGPT came out, within like a couple of months, when Microsoft, because ChatGPT was doing so well, ChatGPT you can trade it, but because ChatGPT is AI and NVIDIA is the company that makes the graphics card for all the AI companies that they use in their server, you saw that NVIDIA's stock price went up. When Microsoft partnered with ChatGPT, their stock price went up too. So sometimes that's how you have to look at it. Whatever company is partnering with a company that you like the direction they are going, they would somehow benefit from that company's news as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah. So, uh, uh, oh, okay. I'm not sure why you can say jokes. I'll add you. I'll add you to it. I mean, yeah, I'll add you because it should be there. I mean, everybody else can. I'm not sure what went wrong, but I'll add you. Don't worry. Does anyone else have any questions?
We don't. Thanks, Aziz, for the presentation.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so once I do my research for the week, I'll send you guys the list too for those that are interested. But it's just since I promised you guys just like pretty much when I call it mentoring, I just didn't want to limit it to AWS stuff, but AWS stuff is definitely priority over this, which is why I separated the channel. But if for those that are interested um in investing and making money on the side, this is also something I do. So anything I do that works, I like sharing it with you guys. So when buying contract, there are so many buying options. How do you know the exact buying options to go for? Okay. So I really just don't know how to use this. So this is what I do. So and another strategy I use is, let's say I want to buy. My strategy is you guys should create a watch list. You have to have a watch list of, let's say I want to buy NVIDIA. So the first thing you should have is a watch list, right? The watch list is going to okay, let me show you guys something. The company that I said I was making 7,000 within like in a couple of hours, but I've lost it. But I've lost the money I made, but I can still make it back because my contract is for a month. So that one is a good example. Let me show you. Yeah. So this company, let me go 1 week. So this company, some news came out. They started at look at this contract price. This is the contract price. But let me show you this. This is the contract price, right? But you can see the contract price went from $200, went from what $217 here to about the lowest it went is like 40 something here. So I bought it around here. I bought this contract at this price, like $55. I can show you guys here. Yeah, you can see my price here. I bought it at $55. So it started the day at $200, but then the news came out about the company. The news came out about the company, which brought their stock price down. And when the contract price got to this lowest, this is the lowest it got, that was when I bought it. But then when I bought it somewhere here, I bought it at 55. Within, I think it was like the next day. So I bought it at 55. It went to 88. When it was at 88 here, this was when I was making 7,000 and I didn't sell it. So you can see it went to 88, it dropped back down and it was been going down since. But I'm keeping this one because since my contract does not expire till next month, I think it can still go up at some point. So this I'm not really too worried about. But this would have been a good time to take my profit. So for your question, like how do I know which one to buy? SMCI. So let's say you've picked a company that you want to trade for the day. So the first thing I said is have a watch list. So on your watch list will just allow you to see how the companies are doing for the day. One thing I like about Robinhood is if the company is going down, you will see it in red and it will just show you that the company is down for the day. So what I do is on my homepage, I just don't know why I can't see the watch list here. Maybe I need to go to something that will allow me to see. On my homepage, I can scroll down. Let me see if I can see my watch list here. Or maybe my watch list only exists on my phone. For some reason, I can't see my watch list on the web. But I do have a watch list. I do have a watch list. So during the day, I'm monitoring my watch list and I'm seeing whether the company is going up and down. My rule for buying contract is if the company is going up for the day, I don't buy the contract because when the company is going up, the more the contract will be expensive. You guys saw that contract that I bought at $55 starting the day when the company stock price, let me show you that same 1 week. When it went down, you can see the same chart on the stock price. Starting the day, the stock price was at $600. Then when some news came up about them, their stock price just began to drop and it was dropping and it dropped all the way from $600 to the lowest here was $410. And that is what makes the contract price also drop like that because when the stock price is expensive, the contract will be more expensive. When the stock price is cheap, this contract price will be cheap. So when I saw that this company was going down for the day, and I know they always go up very fast. Even when they missed their earnings, they went up very fast. So I saw it here and I bought it here. So now I'm trying to ride it back up. So if this recovers, I'm going to make money because I bought it when it went down. So another strategy I use is if a company is down for the day, and I know that's a good company, I just buy it at the bottom. And when it goes up, I make money. Like you saw this thing didn't even have to go all the way up here. If this ends up recovering here, I can make a lot of money. But it didn't really even have to go up there. It just went just up like this, and I was already making 7,000. But I didn't sell it, so I lost the money. But so my strategy when I'm buying contract is, so let's say I want to trade options here, right? And I'm buying call. I'm buying like a call, meaning that I'm betting that this company is going to go up. My strategy that I use is I just buy the next price up. The next price up from the current price. So here it is telling me this is the current price of the stock, which is $445.90. I buy the next price up. So now I'm guessing that I'm saying that the stock price is going to go to 447. It is very easy to meet this than you picking 462 or something up here. So my strategy is buy the next one up. The next one you buy up will cost you more, but you can hit your price. So let's say the stock price now goes to 447 and now it goes past 447 and it keeps going up. It will end up going to like 470 or something. You'll make a lot of money. So for me, I just always, one of my strategy is I pick the next price up, 1 or 2 price up from the current price. So let's say I can afford this, then I would probably just pick the next one. But I try not to go all the way up like that. I just pick the current one from the next price. And another strategy is for your date, your contract date, it's better to pick 20 days or more. 20 days is even sometimes short. So it's good to pick at least 30 days. So you can pick 27 days, you can pick 30 days. So that way, if the stock price starts to go up and down, that way you still have time to recover. And that is the case of that contract that I bought, the one that I was showing you guys here. The same one, right? My contract, if you see it expired, is going to expire 10/4. And I bought it earlier this week, so that's a week. That is a month. So now that it's you can see yesterday it dropped. I lost money, then it's time to go back up. Because my contract is a month out, I still have like 2-3 weeks to see how this company is going to do. And if it goes up, at any point during that time, I'll sell it. So that's one of the ways you can manage your risks when you are trading options. Yeah. So to answer your question, try to pick a contract date that is as far out at least a month. Then also pick the next price above the current price. Don't go too far up. If the current price is $20, if $21 option is there for your next strike price, that's what I'll pick. It's much easier to meet that than picking a price that is $10 ahead. Does that make sense? For what to buy? Or
Yeah,
you're asking for what to buy or what to buy called to, so. Oh, no. So when the share price is going up, don't buy calls on it. My strategy is I'll buy the call when the price is down, because then my contract price will be cheaper. Then I can guess that whatever, so because all these companies, they go up and down, and that is really what you guys are. That is really what you are trading in options to make money. So I have some companies that I know are good companies. They always go up and down. My watch list. So this is my watch list. You guys can see I have watch list. So on a daily basis, I will keep this open like this. So you see how yesterday everything was just up. All this company was up. I won't buy anything yesterday because they are just up. But if you look at Tesla, this is a good company to trade because Tesla is very volatile. It goes up and down. Let's look at 5 days. So Tesla started at 220 on August 26. Then by August 29, it was at 203. So you can see 218. there, and it was like 203 here. Then by the end of yesterday, it was back to 214. So that's pretty much how I trade it. So on a day when the company is going down, I'll I'll just be monitoring my watch list, and if it goes down all the way, that I say that okay, this thing has gone down, like let's say a company like Tesla goes down $10, you can almost be certain it will go back up $10 again. And that is how you can time it and make money in between. So that's the strategy I use. Yeah. Yeah. So it depends on how much you can invest, but yes, you don't need to invest $10,000 to make money. You can on a $1,000 contract. Let's say you're able to get this Tesla contract when it was here, when the price was here, and you kept it all the way to, you can even sell it here or here. So you can see it even happened twice. It was down here, it went up here. It came down again here and went up here. So if you bought it here and sold it here, just that $13 alone, that $1,000 investment can make you $2,000 extra. So that's how fast you can make money with options. It's also risky, but options is like printing money, honestly. You do make money from it if you are able to just be disciplined and you guess right. So what I do is, like, you have your watch list. Companies have some companies on it that are good companies that have enough volatility. They can go up $10 one day, come down $10 another day. And if you can just look at their pattern and time it right, on like you can't really time it, but on a day you see that they are down, you just have to have confidence that if there is no news about them that's just bringing them down, like the other company that I showed you, that is just a normal day of Tesla coming down, going back up. If it comes down, buy it. You can almost be sure it will go back up. So you can see here it was down, and by yesterday it was back up again. Okay. Yeah. So I wouldn't invest more than $1,000, but as your portfolio gets bigger, if you have more to invest, you can do that. But I wouldn't invest more than 1,000. I've invested $800 before, and I made 11,000. So it's really not it's just like, let's say the one I invested $800 in, let's say I invested 10,000, I would have just made more. But there's no way I would have known that. There's no way that I would have known that because there's nothing that is guaranteed. There's no way that I would know that my $800 investment would turn to 11,000. So that's why I didn't invest 10,000. So to be on the safe side, it's better to just take your little gains as you go, and eventually you have a big portfolio than trying to gain 200,000 in one trade. Okay. All right. Does anyone else have any question?
Aziz,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. Sorry I joined late, but I was wondering what happened to I think last week Friday you were waiting, oh no, Saturday you were waiting for Monday this week
Oh
to
yeah.
take your call. How was it?
I lost the money. I told them before you joined. So um let me show you. So by time Monday started, I where is it? By time Monday started, some other investment that I had, because my account started and the weekend was 47. So when Monday started, I was at like 56, because then that means I was making money on some of the ones I was trading for Monday. But that particular one, I lost my money on it. This one, you can see here. I can show you. Yeah. I lost my money. See, I lost $9,000. I'm not gonna get it back. It's gone. Because it's not gonna come back up. So, but that's my fault though. That's what I'm saying. There's no reason I should have invested $10,000 in one if it's not because I was trying to be greedy. Every time I'm betting that, oh, this company is gonna do so well, they do so bad. This one even did worse. Like they didn't do so bad in terms of their earnings, but because they didn't meet their earnings, their stock price dropped $40 for the day. So let's say they would have done well, it could have gone up $40, and literally off that $10,000 investment, I could have made 100,000. But again, it is stupid and it's really risky to be looking for that type of gain when you can take your $1,000 gain, $2,000 gain, and for the week you could really be up 10,000. So you can see my account started at 47, but I was already at 56 in the morning. But then when I lost money on that one, it went down to 45. Then I was at 45 for like a day. But then I invested in two other companies that I made. I was making $4,000 on one and I was making $7,000 on one. So that brought me back to 56. I didn't take my money out because I was betting again that I'm gonna make more on those ones. So I wanted to leave it there. So I left it. You can see I'm still at 56 all the way through. Then by the next day, I lost the 4,000, the one I was making 4,000 on and the one I was making 7,000 on, I lost it. So now I'm back to square one. So I made money, I lost money, made money, I lost money, but the one that's really losing money for me now is Nvidia. That's another one I went and invested 10,000 in. But they did good, but for some reason their stock price just keeps going down. So I'm back here. But which is good because if Nvidia does well next week, I can be back up to where I started from. But I made money this week, but I lost it because one, I was greedy, and two, one is because I was greedy because I was making $4,000 and 7,000, and I was saying that no, I want to make 10,000 on this thing before I cash it out. And two, I was greedy because I went and put too much money in one stock. Let's say I just invested like 2,000 in this PDD. I would have be only down 2,000, but because I made so much money during the week, my account will still be would be up. I probably would have at 65,000 right now. So yes, I did lose the money.
Yeah, sorry to hear about that. And one thing again,
It's okay.
do you
It's not
sorry,
really, yeah.
do you now have a strategy like, okay, what is the maximum you can put probably minimum? Do you have that strategy, and how much can you
Yes.
take for every
Yes,
investment?
my
Whether
strategy now is 500 to 2,000. Depending, and it's the 2,000 is a company that, because some company, if their stock price is high, it will be more, their contract will be more expensive. So my strategy now is 500 to 2,000, nothing more. So I'm praying to God, if God can deliver me from this Nvidia one, which is another one I have 10,000 in. But out of the 10,000, I've already lost most of it. So if it goes up, I can only make it back. So, but I'm fine with where my portfolio is now because I know all the bleeding is done. And now I can only go up from here. So, yes, my strategy is anywhere 500 to 2,000, nothing more than that.
yeah,
And
that's a
and
good one.
and Bura, you are right. Yes, when your contract price is up, at any point, and if you guys, I'm telling you guys that if you guys choose to trade options, anytime your contract price is up at any point, I don't even care. Let's say you bought it now and 2 seconds later, you are up by 100% or whatever percent, sell it. Don't even try to think you make money because the stock market is so unpredictable. So when you are up, you need to sell. That was what happened here. Here, I was really up big for the day. I think for this day, I was making like 11,000 on this day. I remember because I was came upstairs, I was dancing, I was showing my wife my portfolio, like, look how much I'm making today. By the next morning, I was already bent into her that I've lost the money. So yeah. So anytime you are up, just take your profit. Don't even try to say, you know what, I think if it goes more up more, I'll sell it. Just sell it immediately, get your money out. And that is how you can build your portfolio a little bit, little by little. Because if I look at what I did, what got my portfolio to this point, it was that I was taking, every time I was making 1,000. I showed you guys last week. I was making, I'll show you guys the screenshot. Just, where is it? I'll show you guys the screenshot when I was right here. Where's mine? Yeah. So you guys can see, this was when I was taking this was when I was just sticking to my strategy. This was the one I invested $800 in, and I made 11,000. I was taking my profits. See, this one I made 1,000. This one 1,000. This one 1,000. On a daily basis, I was making the 1,000 very easy. This one I made 3,000. This one 1,000. Here I made 7,000. 500. 200. I mean 2,000. 800. 700. And that was it. So you guys can see my strategy, just taking those little profit works. The 11,000 was just, I would say it's just a gift. It wasn't because I was smart enough to plan anything to make anything, but it was just, that was kind of like luck. But the one that is achievable is you can literally make anywhere from 500 to 1,000 a day. If you pick a good company, you can make that very consistently on a daily basis. And I'm not saying it's always like make money. I've lost money too, but I've made more than I've lost. If the contract has not expired. Oh yes, you're right. You're right. If my contract, but so Ade was saying that if if my contract has not expired, I can't really conclude that I've lost the money. Yes, you are right, but it would take a miracle for me to make my money back. So for me, I've just how do I get to my screen? So for me, I've just mentally wrote it off so that way I'm not thinking about it and stressing up myself. So just to allow me to focus on the next trade that I need to make, right? So that's why I just like look at this Amazon one. My contract was 1 month out when they missed their earnings. So you can see here, this was August 1st. Right now we are August 31st. It's still down. It's still down. So when you bet on earnings and you missed it, it's almost guaranteed you will lose that money. We talked about it, Bura, we talked about it earlier during the day. So no one really had any AWS questions. So we're just talking about investing after now. Yeah, so and that's why I said I've lost it. Because once it's gone like that, it's almost hard to bring it back. So but I only say that way. I only say mentally because mentally it just allows me to focus. So in order for me to get my money back, Amazon's stock price needs to go to 197. It needs to go to 197 this week. Well, that can happen if some type of miracle where something that just push Amazon stock price up. Yeah. I mean, I believe in miracles, but I'm going to need it on Amazon and Nvidia. If those can go up, then I'll make my money back. But it's okay because whatever I lost on Amazon, I already made it trading other companies. So it's fine. All right. Does anyone else have any other question? So I think I'm going to probably create a different time to talk about stock thing because I really don't want to be making the AWS stock. So in the investing channel, we'll have a day during the week. But for those of you that are in my thing, I really want to show you guys exactly how I pick the stock, where I get all my information from. So that way you guys can, if you guys take that process and you make it better, come back and teach me. So that way we can both make money together. So most likely I'll probably just stop doing the investing thing during our Saturday call because I don't want to make the AWS thing all about investing. So we'll focus on just AWS stuff on Saturday. Then we'll have another day for those that are interested in investing. Maybe during the week we'll talk about how we are doing, or maybe before the week start, maybe some call we can have on Sunday or something like that. So I'll pick it there. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
As a quick
So
question, please,
yeah.
before.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I have this gray area when I was learning this thing. Let's say you say well, a stock will go from, let's say at the current price of 190, and you say the next price would be 195,
Mm-hmm.
and the stock now goes to like probably 200. Is that like, I don't know how this option thing works. Are you able
Yeah.
to at 200, or if you miss out 195, obviously it's higher than that, it's still a profit, or you must sell it at that particular
No, you
uh
must not sell it. You must sell it. You can sell your contract price anytime before your expiration date.
gotcha.
So that is good for you if you bet that the company is going to go to 195 and it ends up going to 200. Anything after it passed that is even going to be, it's like it's just going to be printing money for you. So that's exactly what you want. You want your contract to go to the price, and you want it to even blow past that price. Because when it's getting to your price, you'll be making money. Your contract price will be increasing. But when you get to that price and you are past that price, it's just like it's just going to be printing money for you. Like it will get more, the contract will get more expensive and you'll make more money. So you can sell your contract anytime you want. You can sell it as long as you sell it before your expiration date. But one thing I would say is the closer you get to your expiration date, in contracting, in options, two things works against you, the price and time. So let's say your contract goes to that 200 and you left it there. The closer you are getting to your expiration date, the more the value of your contract will also come down, because now you are getting close to the expiration date and nobody might want to buy it. You understand? Does that make sense? So you have
Yes,
to,
yes.
yeah. So the best time is once you hit that money, sell it. Sell it. But what you want is you want to get to your the price you guessed and you want to go past that. Then you make a lot of money. Then once you see that, sell it immediately. Don't leave it there. Don't wait. Because the
And
next day, go
your
ahead.
stock can be sold before the expiration, the
Oh
contract
yes.
expiration.
Yes. You can buy a stock right now and sell it like 5 minutes later.
Okay.
Yeah, you can sell your contract at any time. You can sell it at any time before your expiration date. So on your expiration date, you can even sell it, but since it's expiring today, nobody who's gonna want to buy contract from you that is expiring at 4 p.m. So it's not advisable to. For me personally, I don't leave my contract till. So I have an NVIDIA contract that is expiring on Friday. I am looking to get rid of it by Tuesday or Wednesday. Since Monday, we are closed on Monday. Tuesday or Wednesday, that's the latest I'll keep it. Because if I'm getting to Thursday and Friday, the value is just not going to be that much because it's so close to the expiration date, nobody's going to want it. You understand? So the further you are from your expiration date, the better your contract is. And if the price is also up, it's also good that way.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Um, yeah. So does anyone else have any other question before we go?
Yeah, I'm good as is. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So Alex said, you may have mentioned it already, but was wondering, please, when are you selling it, including your investment? So my strategy, my long-term investment, I'm not selling those. So I have a portfolio that has long-term investment. I don't sell those. Those I'm keeping those for a very, very long time till I retire. Till my goal for those ones is my investment needs to make me some type of return that I can live from. So instead of working 9 to 5, I can just take the return from my investment and pay myself from there. So that's what my long-term investment is for. This one that I'm showing you, the options one, is how I'm trying to make money on a daily basis to just spend. So this is not a long-term thing. So the strategy for both is different. So if you are doing a long-term investing, like you building your portfolio and you doing stuff like that, you don't sell those, you don't day trade them because you will just lose your money. Don't day trade them. Just buy a good company and leave your shares there for a long time. Buy more. If they go down, you make money over time. But options, if you buy a contract in something and that contract starts to make you money, sell it immediately. There's no reason to keep it. So the strategy for investing long term and options trading are different. Options, you sell your contract when it's making money. Long term investing, you don't sell them, you just keep them there and you just buy more shares. Oh, Sean, go ahead.
Hey, good morning, Fees. I just jumped on. So you may have addressed this, but I'm gonna ask anyway, just because I wasn't here. So, are you still planning on doing some sessions where you work with Microsoft and using some of the stuff we had done previously on Amazon with Microsoft? Are you still going to do that, or?
Yeah, I'm still doing that, but I'm still going through the training, and it's slow because I'm so divided into like different things. So I still want to finish the basic training of Azure, then I would start working on the project. Once I'm done with the project, then I would then we'll have a session during the week where we'll just do the projects together. The one I want to do is the dynamic web app. So I'm still going to work on it.
Okay, cool. And one more question. On cloud formation, right? So I'm getting to that. I skipped around on different projects, but that's the last one. The last one for me. Um, what do you recommend? Do you recommend going through some training with cloud formation, or is it kind of like similar to Terraform where I could just figure it out? What do you?
Just dive into it. You can figure it out. So CloudFormation and Terraform is the same concept wise, but obviously one is JSON and the other one is YAML, right? So the same way with Terraform, where Terraform has a resource type, where that resource type is what is telling you what that's how you pick what you are trying to do, what you are trying to create. CloudFormation is the same way. CloudFormation has a resource type for creating a VPC, resource type for creating an EC2, and you can almost follow the pattern. Literally, you can take your cloud. So when I learned Terraform, I took my CloudFormation project because I learned CloudFormation first. I took my CloudFormation project and I just literally turned it into a Terraform project. You'll see the logic there. Concept-wise, you will see it. It's
Did you?
really not.
I was about to say, did you provide the code on that project, or do you want to like just go to documentation on it?
No, it's the code is there in the document in the project. The code is there, and if you don't see it there, send it to me. I'll send it to you. I mean,
Okay.
let me know. Let me know. I'll send you the code. But the sample code, the same way I gave you guys the sample code for Terraform, I did the same thing with CloudFormation too.
Okay. And one more, I guess this is the last one.
No, you're fine. Ask any question you want. There's no
Um,
rush.
so like, I know this was an older project. So on like a lot of them older projects, some of them didn't have architecture. Uh, how did you come up with building? I mean, I've used your architecture before. How do you go about building that architecture? Do you use Draw.io, or how are you doing that?
Yes, I use draw.io. That's the one that I use.
Okay. All right, cool.
So draw.io, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So this is pretty much what I use to draw my reference architecture. So if you guys come to draw.io, anything you want to search for, just search it here. So if I type VPC, press enter, that should give me all the VPC things. So I just click here, drag. Yeah. So I pretty much use draw.io for my reference architecture.
Okay, cool. And then like you can just take how you get the little balls to move around into it out. What do you do with that?
Someone I have a friend that knows illustration. He did that for me. I didn't do that myself. But they said that in let's try it now. They said that in draw.io that you can do something like that, but I haven't done it here before. So I think if you draw your line and you um, hmm, let me see. To animate connectors. So they are showing you animate, select the connector you wish to animate, right click and click, right click and choose select edges. So right click and choose. Is my zoom thing in the way? Because I don't see. Let me read that again. Okay. Maybe style. Okay, I said style. Flow animate right there. So you can do something like that.
Okay, cool.
Does that work for you? Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
that'll
can,
work. That'll work. Yeah.
yeah. So you can do something like that, which is still makes it. Well, for those ones that are animated, I could have even done this, because then it looks like it's flowing. But my friend did that for me. I didn't do it myself.
Okay,
But
cool.
it's cool to see that there's a feature in draw.io that I could have used to do it.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier because I was
Mhm.
hearing something about clip notes or something he was using before. Okay, cool.
No, you're pretty much almost everything you need to do to animate a. I mean, it won't be as, it might not be, it might not have all the tools, but draw.io is very good. I didn't even realize this was there until after I made my friend did it for me in illustration. Then I found out that you can do the same thing in draw.io, which is here. So you just select your line and you come to style and you click flow animation. So
Got it. Thank you. Appreciate that.
no problem. All right. Does anyone else have any other question? Okay. Well, thank you guys. I try to most likely separate the investment thing. We'll just pick a day. If for those that are interested, that we'll talk about that. Then on Saturday we'll plan more of like AWS stuff to do. All right. Well, thank you guys. Have a good weekend. And if you guys need anything, just reach out to me. Bye.
All right, that'll work.
All right. Thank you. Bye.